Welcome to Matrix Unchained. Dark psychology is such a controversial topic that most YouTubers and content creators shy away from talking about it. This is because if you learn dark psychology, their business will shut down. They won't be able to manipulate you anymore. And the true nature of the people around you will be revealed. People manipulate you daily, and you never understand it. Just because you are good doesn't mean the world will be fair to you. Psychopaths like Hitler, big companies, politicians, salesmen, and some people around you have been using dark psychology for years to their advantage. However, you should learn dark psychology not to manipulate others, but to ensure no one can manipulate you. In this video, we will tell you about 10 dark psychological tricks that you must know. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulation trick where the other person alters your memories to create self-doubt in your mind. They want you to see and feel the situation exactly how they desire. For example, suppose someone did something wrong to you, and when you confront them, they twist the entire situation to make it seem like it was your fault. They will challenge your understanding, saying you misunderstood or overreacted, and that your expectations are too high, causing you to hurt yourself. They might even convince you that the past incidents were your fault because you misunderstood things. You should avoid such people, because those who make such statements will be the ones you encounter the most. Fear-mongering. Spreading fear to get your work done is a common dark psychological trick. This has been used since Hitler's time when he used media and propaganda to make Jews the biggest threat to Germany. He spread fear of Jews among people and controlled them. This tactic is still prevalent today. Politicians use it. Big companies spread fear to sell their products. Bosses instill fear in their employees about losing their jobs, and people in relationships create fear that they might leave. Whenever someone tries to scare you into doing something, understand that the fear is fake, and they are just trying to take advantage of you. Love bombing. This trick is most commonly used in romantic relationships. Here, a person shows so much love initially, showering the other with affection, gifts, and surprises, that the other person falls in love with them. Once the victim is under their control and accustomed to this affection, the love bombing decreases. The victim starts craving the same affection and feels rejected, leading them to comply with many unethical demands. When someone is overly sweet to you at the beginning, understand that something is off. Social proofing. In Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, Robert Cialdini explains that when we are confused, we automatically look at the people around us, friends, celebrities, or influencers, to decide what is right. Social proof is a common psychological trick, where seeing others doing the same thing makes us inclined to do it too. What makes this trick dark is that people often try to create fake social proof. For example, positive reviews of a movie might make us watch it even if it's not that good. If your family and friends praise someone you don't like, you might change your perception because of social proof, sometimes unknowingly. Guilt tripping. Here, the other person constantly reminds you of your past mistakes, making you feel guilty and putting you in a vulnerable state. This forces you to do what they want. For example, if your partner tries to convince you to go on a trip, and you don't want to, instead of reasoning, they might say, "You never go anywhere with me. We didn't go anywhere last time either. You don't like me, so you don't want to go anywhere with me." Such statements trap you in guilt, making you comply with their wishes, even if reluctantly. Forced teaming. This manipulation tactic involves the other person making you feel like you are part of their team, making it hard for you to refuse their requests. You can notice this easily in professional life. For instance, your boss might give a long speech about how the company is in big trouble, but also presents it as an opportunity where everyone is in it together. You agree, and then he says, "That's why we all will work this Sunday, no day off." This way you fall victim to forced teaming. Friends, partners, or colleagues can use this trick by presenting their problem as if it's also yours. Choice restriction. This is a way of directing people's decisions by limiting their choices. Directly getting people to do something isn't easy, but if you restrict their choices, their decision-making power becomes limited too. For example, if you want your younger sibling to study, telling them directly to sit and study might make them resist. But if you tell them to either go run an errand or do some housework because studying is not happening, they will choose to study. Similarly, people can restrict your choices to get you to do what they want. Amplifying problems. Simply put, making a mountain out of a molehill. From a third-person perspective, it seems trivial. Seeing two people fight over a scratch on the road might seem silly to you, but when it happens to you, you feel fear, urgency, and pressure, putting you in a vulnerable state. For example, if you were supposed to meet your partner at 5 p.m. but arrived at 5:30 p.m., you might think it's just half an hour. However, your partner might make a big fuss, saying they've been waiting for half an hour in the sun, hungry, and that you don't care about time. Now, you feel vulnerable and are likely to comply with whatever they say for the rest of the day. Going slightly wrong. People hide things from you by not saying anything or by twisting their words. However, when told something slightly incorrect, they naturally want to correct you. For example, if you want to know which company your colleague applied to after resigning but don't want to ask directly, you might say, "I heard you're going abroad for work." They might reply, "No, not abroad, just staying in India." Then you can narrow it down with questions until you get the answer. Self-abasement manipulators often use self-abasement, putting themselves down to gain what they want. Most of the time, this is used to win trust, apologize, or strengthen relationships. When we insult ourselves in front of others, they automatically feel superior, which makes them feel good. For example, if your partner is upset with you and isn't agreeing to anything you say, self-abasement can help. Say things like, "I'm so bad, I don't know how I made this mistake. No matter how hard I try, I always mess things up." Just a few such lines are enough for manipulation. Females also use this trick by slightly downgrading themselves to get a lot of compliments in return. If you liked this video, please like it and support us by subscribing to the channel and turning on the bell notification so that you don't miss upcoming videos. Congratulations on learning these 10 dark psychological tricks. Thank you for watching.